Okay. You guys are not gonna believe this. I have not sprinted through an airport in a while, maybe ever, but this morning it happened because we were checking in Vegas to LA and then LA to Sydney tonight, and they could not figure out my visa situation. We showed up an hour early to Vegas airport, and it took an hour for them to get like Australia to approve my visa. So she finally was like, you're about to miss your flight. I don't care, I put you on the 10 a.m. Just sprint through. Marcus had 3 bags, but we made it on the flight. We were the last people to get on. She was like, I'm closing this flight. Then we made it to LA and they fixed the reservation. And then we were like, what should we do until 10 p.m. tonight? So we're at Disneyland getting lockers and gonna just spend the day at Disneyland now until our flight to Sydney tonight. Made it to Admiral's, and my agent friend just told me we were not gonna make it in business class. It'll be premium economy, which is still amazing, but I'll probably cry a little bit. It is so quiet in Admiral's right now. Like, I've been in here 100 times before the Sydney flight. It is so quiet. All right, Marcus, you ready to go for 14 hours? Yay! For this story. I don't think you are. So Marcus and I just landed in Sydney, and I don't like to book our hotel until like we get to the destination because we almost missed our flights this morning. I had previously been looking at the rooms. It was like, Marcus and I do not buy expensive rooms. We just don't care. We don't spend any time in them. So when we land in Sydney and look at room availability, there is the executive suite or like a 3-bedroom executive suite, but we were so dead set on staying in Sydney before Melbourne. So and this is the only room left in the hotel. We booked the executive suite, a harbor view. Oh my gosh, there's a bathroom already when you walk in. Oh my goodness, the harbor view is insane. The best hotel room I've ever stayed at in my entire life. Look, you can see the opera house, table, a living area. Oh my goodness, this room is unreal. Wow. This is so hot. These doors, are you kidding? Wow. Maybe I'll take a bath after that 15-hour flight. And then you have the toilet over there. This is a shower. So pretty. Waterfall. 2 heads. That's what we like. And all the amenities, obviously. There's a closet. I cannot believe. Executive suite, harbor view. This is your view. I would never book something like this, but it was the only room in the hotel, apart from one other room, that was $5,000 a night. So this is what we got. We've been with a group that stayed here in the past, and they didn't get a check-in until like the evening time. It's probably like noon. They gave us access to the pool. So we were like hanging out by the pool and just enjoying that. So we're sitting at the Sydney airport, and we've already missed 2 flights to Melbourne. They move your flight or whatever, so we've already, like, it says canceled. So we're like, oh no, did the flight cancel? But they remove you like 40 minutes before if they don't think you're gonna make it. So, yeah. All right, I am editing right now. I just uploaded the video from the Christmas markets, which was really fun. If you haven't done a European Christmas market, you absolutely should. and my favorite one's in there. You'll see it. It's stunning. The reason why we stayed in Sydney last night was because I could not sit here and just keep missing flights all day yesterday. Like after the flight, I was so tired, and it's really hard to connect domestically in Australia. So mentally I couldn't do it, and right now I'm chilling. But if I miss this next one, that will be our third 3 flights missed, and I hope we don't miss this next one. I feel embarrassed to admit this to you guys, but right now, oh wow, this is embarrassing. Oh, that tan is embarrassing. Right now we're sitting in a hotel room in Melbourne, and I obviously flew.
Yes,
Were you freaking out? You sent it through?
Yeah.
And it went immediate?
Yeah.
Remember when we flew on Polaris from LA to Melbourne with United? First class, I said it was free because we transferred points on our credit card, which someone commented, they're like, that's not free. And I'm like, I spend the money and then I get points and I pay off my credit cards with 0 interest. So yes, it is free. It took me we like planned our trip 8 days before, something like that, and Marcus transferred the points to my United account. It did not go through. It didn't go through for days. I was freaking out that then I was gonna have to fly standby, probably miss the flights because they were completely full, and then just sit there with 100,000 points in my United account. And I thought, I'm never gonna fly United again. Here we are booking another flight. But anyways, that story, the points finally went through like, I think 5 days later. So give yourself a little bit of buffer room if you're transferring points and booking a flight. We're trying to book a flight for in 2 days, so I'm not even taking my advice. He just transferred points and he wants to book me a flight back to LA because my sister's baby shower is going on. I'm just living the dream, and it's like, I'm gonna put you in business class on the way back to LA. He's like, you can fly Maine the next day for 55,000 miles, or you fly a day early and it's 45,000 miles on top of that, and it's business. And this is from Melbourne. And it would be a middle seat back to LA. And I'm like, 45,000 miles to go business? Like, please let me leave early. Please let me leave early.
That was just a nice view.
Thank you, Marcus. I cannot believe that. Actually, I was wrong. I think I said Melbourne to LA. I'm doing Melbourne to San Fran and then San Fran to LA. And this is why I bring him everywhere with me, so that he can zip up my suitcase, because I thought there was no chance and I was gonna have to leave my sneakers in Australia. Okay, you walk into the Melbourne airport and United was right there through that door. You cannot believe I'm in 12. There's like 2 sections to business class, where the first half is like very secluded. The second half is like 4 rows, but main cabin walks through it, and I like being in the first half. So I was asking if they had like up there open, but they're all taken because they are the best seats. Cannot believe I'm not flying standby right now. It was really nice because check-in wasn't supposed to open for like 10 more minutes, and then I complimented her bracelet and she just let me check in early. So she took my bag and now I can go through. Guess who got a seat on Qantas? Yay. The best husband on the planet. And now he's finding me the lounge for United, which I think is what? Singapore Airlines lounge? Air New Zealand. Do you think they're both the same?
I don't know.
We're gonna go in lounge.
I'm not allowed.
Let's go try to get you in.
Sure.
I was like, my husband's flying Qantas, can you come in? And she was like, no, he's not flying Star Alliance. I was like, okay, thanks. So we're ditching Marcus now.
Yes.
Bad wife award goes to me. They have a little self-service bar, and then they have a cappuccino bar, which is really fun. And then there's like food over in the back corner, and it's very colorful in here. So, yeah. I'm so happy. I've been stalking the seat map for a few days, ever since Marcus bought me the flight. And when I checked in, I asked them if they had any other seats available, and I just went on, and they had 5L available, which I want to be in that front cabin, and that's in the front cabin. So, yay, now I'm in 5L. This is what I mean by it's very colorful in here, like purple seats, and then all white. It's giving Barney. All right, I got bored, so I'm gonna go see Marcus. This is my beautiful plane, but Marcus and I are concerned because there is a man working on the wing right now. It's also very windy. Looks like he's in. They're probably just duct taping it. The typical thing to do with the airplane.
You are now departing from gate lounge 15.
Before, Marcus was in middle seat, and he just switched to an aisle. So direct on Qantas in an aisle. Comparable to my experience.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Just kidding. When we were in Sydney, I had asked how Finnair had gotten to Sydney, and Marcus made a really funny joke and was like, they flew here, Jordan. But apparently Qantas is renting out Finnair airplanes, borrowing them from Finnair. And that is cargo. Huge thing in Australia. Okay, so I went and found like a window to get some sun, but then Marcus was like, go to the Polaris lounge, because apparently the ticket still has access to it. So I just went into one of the lounges, but I went to the wrong lounge and it was packed. Like people were standing, it was so weird. So I'm gonna walk over there now. And I'm kind of only going over here to show you guys it because my flight boards in like 20 minutes. It was really far, but it's so nice inside of here. It is nothing like the other lounge in the E-terminal. So downstairs you nap and shower, and upstairs is the bar and the restaurant. Okay, both lounges are absurdly busy, so I'm grabbing coffee and leaving.